My name's Amanda O'Donnell. Let me just pull up my notes real quick. Gotta go to Dropbox. For real, I have to download Dropbox? Oh my goodness. Alright, so it's gonna come up. So, I am the... Do I have like a title? Like, is it just... Coordinator. Coordinator. There we go. I learned something new today. I'm the coordinator. I kind of assumed that, but I didn't want to super assume. I didn't know if I needed like Alabaster superhero title or something like that, but I guess coordinator works. So, I am so excited to be this representative to you guys and for you guys because Alabaster is something that is very near and dear to my heart. Let me just, my notes are uploading. I have a story to tell you. This family here, 1974. Let me see if my notes have pulled up yet. Hold on. There it is. I tell you, technology, it's amazing. You can pull up what's over there, over here. So, 1974, Punta Gorda, Belize. This little family is living down there. My husband's texting me that he's praying for me. Aww. All right. 3 little boys. Look how cute they are. Aren't they cute? Aww. This guy over here, Tom, he was moving, working constantly all over the country, okay? Left his wife and the 3 boys to go to Guatemala. I think it was like 2 weeks, I was told. And in that time, word spread that a hurricane was coming. So Sharon, the wife there, was approached by the villagers of Punta Gorda, Belize, saying, hey, you have a concrete structure. We have thatch houses. Can we hang out with you during this hurricane? So, spoiler alert, these are my grandparents. The one in the middle, the dark head, is my dad, and my Uncle Kyle, and then my Uncle Darren. So, Grandma said that there were anywhere, she never took a head count, but that in the 4-bedroom home, and she said there was like an extra living room area, but in their whole, she said it was probably 1,300 square feet, 1,300 square feet. There were probably 60 to 70 people all crammed in there.
Wow.
Just trying to Yep, elbow to. She said that there was every nook and cranny was just like covered with people, and the whole village, they brought all of their pots and pans. They took care of each other. They just like, it was amazing, and they rode out this storm incredibly. This storm ended up being Category Storm Fifi that, according to, I can't even say the name, a website that I found regarding hurricane, Fifi in one day dumped up to 24 inches of rain in the neighboring country of Honduras, resulting in landslides and floods that killed an estimated 8,000 people, making Fifi the second deadliest Atlantic hurricane. So, all of this to say that this house was more than just a place where my dad slept at night. It was more than just a home for my family during those years that they were in the backwoods of Belize by them, pretty much by themselves. As far as American culture goes, they were 100% fully immersed. This home was safety to these people, and it's just so incredible to me how God can take coins in a little box and turn it into something like this, and those coins not only impacted the 2 districts that are now in Belize and all that my grandfather did to help grow that, but that God used him to help grow, but like it has inspired me, the next generation, and it will inspire my children, the next generation. So faithful giving doesn't just stop in this little box. You can't even begin to comprehend the blessings and the growth that God can take from this offering, from this gift. So, anyways, this was the woman, Elizabeth Venom, that she was the one who originally was blessed with this idea, this concept of alabaster giving. And it talks later in, one of the lessons, it talks about how the devil came to her and was like, hey, why would you waste $1,000 in the church to buy alabaster boxes? And she just remembers saying, God, I surrender this to you. This is your idea, and I trust this with you. And God has taken that $1,000 of cardboard boxes and multiplied it billions, all of this. So anyway, in case you didn't know, which most of you probably do, alabaster is taken up predominantly in September and February, but don't let that stop you. If you feel the Lord leading, please feel free to go give, whenever you want. You can. I've heard Carol was telling me about one of the churches that had one of those big, glass milk jug things or whatever, and they just constantly kept it there in their foyer, and it was filled up all throughout the year, and she said it was the biggest offering they had gotten. Yeah. What church was that? Did you say?
I think it was Pahuska.
Oh, really? That's awesome. That's so cool. So, anyway, I did want to show you, now that we've kind of gone through, the emotional story and, the little bit of history. If you have an iPhone, did you know that you can do this? Do you know what this is? Okay, you know that you can, any phone can pretty much pull out your camera and it will automatically link it and you can go directly there. So, if you would pull out your phone and follow with me, I want to show you all the cool things. All the cool things.
It's supposed to say Dropbox, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So,
Hers is Android. Will it do it?
it should do it.
Android will just get you may need an app for that.
Yeah, some Androids. No.
I have an Android and mine did it. Just take a picture of it and
Yeah.
it'll do it. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
I didn't even have to buy
I
it.
didn't.
There you go.
I didn't get it up there quick enough.
Sorry. Let me pull it back. Mm-hmm. Got you. There you go.
Yep, right. Got it right up. Once it had time to focus.
All right, we good?
I don't know.
Well, you got once it recognizes that,
Where's my?
it'll
Wait,
bring up a
he-
little deal. Let me try again. It'll bring up a little deal for you to. Come on, this is focus.
I'll let you back.
Don't be slow.
Androids are very slow.
Now,
Mine
this
is.
one is not a slow iPhone, but it's being a pain.
Well, if you can't get to it, I could tell you the website is nazarene.org/alabaster. So,
Did it do it?
No,
It's not doing it.
come on. Is it back up there? No. Okay.
Okay, go back up. Thank you.
All right. So this is the website that you want and that you need right here. It's got all the resources for you. Come on. Where's my mouse? There it is. All right. You've got videos. You've got more videos. And then down here, it has a link directly to, I'm like going backwards on my mouse and this is not fun. I'm trying to figure it out with my wrong hand. All right, there, right here, this link right here. If you want to buy alabaster boxes, this will take you directly where you need to go to buy alabaster boxes. down here, this special button, this opens a Dropbox link, okay? And then up here, you have all of these different languages. I'm going to assume that we're all going to speak English. If anybody needs a different language, please raise your hand and Carol will help you.
How about German?
Real quick, to shake up the monotony, I wanted to show you, there's videos all within this box that you can use for promotions for your church. I did want to show you, I really like this one the best.
I like that. Oh, the scenic is beautiful. Wow.
The Lord called me and my wife to Rustenburg Church when the church was 40 years old already, built by Alabaster. There were 10 people in the church, various reasons why. But I started preaching my heart out, teaching them, training them. And at one stage I did a sermon series about getting out of the boat, obeying, doing the things that we're uncomfortable with. But if God calls us by obedience and by faith, we need to get out of the boat. I told them that this building was built with Alabaster funds. Somewhere somebody sacrificed for us to be a blossoming, growing church, making an impact in our community, and we're not. That was the beginning of a new journey for us, of getting out of the building more and more and more. The church started growing because we met the needs of our community. In the end, the church became so filled that it was too small, so we literally had to meet outside of the church on the lawn. And more people came because we were outside. We moved into a hostel, a school hostel. And the plan was to be without a building for 2 years and then start to build a facility with the money that we got from the sale of the old property. After 2 years in the hostel, we grew so fast that we already needed a new space. And I said, Lord, are we ready to start building? It's as if the Lord asked me, why do you want to build a new building if you're not even building my kingdom? I was so shocked. What do you mean, Lord? The church is growing, we're doing well. And at that moment, a number of teenage boys came running through the gate. And then I realized we greet each other, but I've never had any discussion with them about Jesus, any conversation. As I got into my vehicle, I started calculating how many boys, teenage boys, do live in this building. Plus there's 2 schools and another one in close vicinity. How many school children move around this building every day? I calculated between 3,000 and 4,000 kids every day. We challenged the church. Would it be okay? Would you approve? Would you support us not starting with a building, but getting out of the boat again, going without a building for some more time, and making an impact on children and youth in our community? Unanimously, they supported us. So we used the building fund to buy a tent, to put up a youth center. For the first time ever, we're going to add some staff to the team, and not to be a pastor for visitation or worship, but specifically to work with the young people. Fast forward 5 years, 7 years at that stage. The plan was to be without a building for 2, that stretched to 5, and in the end, 7 years before we moved into our new building. A number of miracle stories. The church has kept on growing, it kept on growing. It's as if the Lord started with voices saying, so we're reaching this community, but what about that community? The farming community, 20 kilometers out of Rustenburg. The guys don't really go to church, there's no churches there, they have to drive to get to church. So we prayed about it, asked the Lord for His guidance. Somebody phoned and said, we're building this chapel. If you would ever be interested, you can use this. Long story short, they donated a 300-seater church for that farming community. I'm sitting in it right now. We started 18 months ago. Of the 300 seats, half of them are still already filled on a Sunday. And already we're looking at the next community, another 25 kilometers away, a mining community. Somebody sacrificed Alabaster funds so that we can have a tool to reach to our community. And as a church, we are compelled to use the sacrifice other people made with Alabaster money to keep on impacting our local communities.
Amen. Praise God.
So it's just cool how.
Tears in my
I
eyes.
know, that one was my favorite. They're all really good. They're all really good videos. They're all super great to show, you know,
Some are longer, some are shorter.
yeah, some are longer, some are shorter, you know, in your announcements at church, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So, I did want to, the nicest thing about this is that the global NMI, they've already done all the hard work. Okay, you can see this. If you want to print out just a flyer, you go here, you hit print, you got it. Okay. If you want to put something in a PowerPoint for Sunday, you go to this folder. They've already got it already made up for you. You don't got to do all the hard work. You just kind of have to copy and paste or download and insert. So it's all the good things. My favorite part of this, oh no, not that part. I mean all of it, but whatever. This Alabaster lesson. Say you feel called to, you know, do a Wednesday night lesson on Alabaster or whatever. They've got a whole entire lesson for you. It's got activities. Where do my papers go? My papers went somewhere. Are they? Oh, they're right there. No. There's only one copy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to show it. If anybody wants this, they're more than welcome to it. But it's got fun facts. It's got a lesson. It's got resources. It's got books. It's got 3 options for activities for 3 different age groups. You know, so you've got one for teens, you've got one for little kids, you've got one for adults. It lists all these different videos for the teens. It even gives you like a word search, and it gives you the answer key for the word search. So, you know, like they've done all the hard work for you. So please don't let the intimidation of, oh, I have to do an Alabaster presentation. Like, what do I do? You know, it's already here for you if you want to do it, you know? So, all of that to say, I think probably one of my favorite things that I learned while doing this research is just a little excerpt from the lesson. And it says, in the early days of Alabaster offering, the boxes or the seals on them were broken and the contents poured out into a larger alabaster container, sometimes like a model of the church, like you see those big wooden churches that have the holes in the top, and or a wheelbarrow or so. In many parts of the world, this is still in practice, and alabaster jars or clay containers are broken for the offering. I just think that's such a cool representative that goes back to Matthew 26:6. While Jesus was in Bethany in the home of Simon the leper, a woman came to him with an alabaster jar of very expensive perfume, which she poured on his head as he was reclining at the table. When the disciples saw this, they were indignant. Why this waste, they asked. The perfume could have been sold at a high price and the money given to the poor. I'm aware of this, Jesus said to them. Why are you bothering this woman? She has done a beautiful thing for me. The poor you will always have with you, but you will not always have me. Then she poured out this perfume on my body. She did it to prepare me for burial. Truly, I tell you, wherever the gospel is preached throughout the world, what she has done will also be told in memory of her. So I think it's just a beautiful, beautiful image of, you know, us continuing that vision of offering that Jesus, you know, told and shared with us, that we can continue on, you know, and build homes, build hurricane shelters, build churches, hospitals, schools, and it's just really cool. You know, God is gonna continue to bless your faithfulness in giving through all this. So that's all I've got. I did want to pray over you and pray over just Alabaster in general. But before I do that, does anybody have any questions or have any comments or any ideas they would like to share before I dismiss?
The only thing I have to say, isn't it that this doesn't have to go overseas, this can actually stay right here in our district?
Yes.
This isn't just about, sending money away to have
Yeah.
buildings built, it's actually
Yeah.
used here.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think maybe recently.
Yeah,
on
we
our
have
district,
alabaster churches, I don't know if on our district, but in the United States.
Yeah.
We have alabaster churches.
Yeah, most definitely. Most
And you
definitely.
can still pick your funding projects with Alabaster, is that correct? I know that you could, if you're funding the mission.
I don't think so.
Alabaster.
They took that away.
Yeah, I don't think so. I didn't find that in my research. There may have been something in the past, but I haven't heard that. But anyway, all right, let's go to the Lord. Heavenly Father, I thank you so much for this time that we've had to just think over and brainstorm and learn more about this ministry that you laid on Reverend Elizabeth's heart so many years ago. God, I ask that you would continue to bless this ministry, to continue to bless both the gift and the giver, that they may be used to further your kingdom, to share your love throughout this whole earth, so that all may hear of your grace, that all may hear of your love. God, we thank you for this day. I ask that you would go before those who have still yet to present. God, we ask that your will be done. We trust you. We praise your name. Amen.
Amen.
That's all I got for you, friends. Thank you for not falling asleep.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
What you just, all the stories you just told about the Alabaster, can I repeat that? To our church, my church,
Yes,
and repeat.
yes,
One kind of miracle.
yes, most definitely. Would you like this?
Yes,
Yeah?
yes, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you all for listening.
And I
We're gonna read through that.
I do want to draw your attention to, on your NMI Presidents report that you fill in, it has a line for Alabaster. It says, did your church give to Alabaster? Do you know that some churches say no?
Really? No.
It can be $1. It can be any offering. There's no specified amount that you send in. Any amount. And then you answer yes. And it's not that hard, because any amount, if Bonita Church gives, and Miami Church gives something, and Bartlesville Church gives something, all of it together makes a whole bunch to build a hospital or whatever. So every penny, nothing is for administration. Every penny goes for that.